The stars reflected gently off the surface of the sea as we set out for an adventure I will never forget, or have imagined existed in these times. We departed in 1783 with a crew of 15 men for the Hawaiian Islands that were just discovered by Captain James Cook in 1778. I was a mere lad of 18 years looking for excitement, of lush vegetation, beautiful weather and wildlife, and above all, naked ladies roaming around, as pure as the nature of the islands. Come on. Being a young man, this exciting experience was reaching out saying, "Come to me, this is a chance of a lifetime." After 5 days out at sea, a storm as if from a nightmare set down upon us. I kept thinking we angered Neptune, the mythological god of the sea. Our tiny wooden ship was blitzed by torrential rain. The sky was the blackest I had ever seen, with our sight only limited to when the lightning flashed. And I'll tell you, the lightning did hit with fury. The ship was twisted to and fro by the gusty warm winds. It was as if the breath of Neptune was blowing us across the surface of his kingdom. In an instant, the wind grabbed our ship and dragged us uncontrollably in one direction toward what appeared to be an island. I almost messed my pants. Hold on, pooper, as the ship increased in a speed like we never felt before. The sea swells became larger as the wind increased in speed. I could feel the ship list back and forth. My heart began pounding and I could hear minutes ticking away in my head, for I knew the ship was sinking. I prepared myself and said, "Oh God, please don't let me die." As the ship began to sink and not knowing my destiny, I strapped a small buoy to myself and jumped overboard, praying this would be enough to save me. I leapt into the abyss with nothing but darkness above and below. Needless to say, I was frightened as hell. I must have passed out when I hit the water. My body was not of my own but floating in a bed of clouds, knowing that I existed, but not caring. I felt no pain, no worries, no connection with anyone or anything. I was an existence, but not of an existence of this world. If it were up to me, I could have remained in this state of being forever and not cared at all. Was I in limbo between life and death? When I awoke, I found myself on the shore with 2 other men. Nowhere else were the other 12 men to be found. I assumed they had drowned as the ship sank. The sun was setting, and I looked around to see we were on a lush tropical island. The other 2 men came too, so we began to prepare for nightfall and getting a good, well-deserved rest. Between the 3 of us, we were able to get a fire going for the night. This would keep us warm and hopefully protect us from wild animals. Oh, the fire felt so good. Before going to sleep, we promised each other not to wander off from the site, for we did not know where we were or what was in store for us beyond the beach. I drifted into a sleep where your eyes are partially closed, while at the same time open, when I heard a blood-curdling scream that put me into a heart-stopping fright. I did not know if I were dreaming or if it were real. Chills ran down my entire body. I looked around only to find one of the men missing. We were wide awake after hearing that awful scream. We decided we must find our friend, so we headed into the jungle. I must say we were scared for sure. The rain began to fall again, only adding to the apprehensiveness of the situation. When we came to a clearing, we could not believe our eyes. We now knew what happened to our friend. This is not of our world. We pushed further, trying to exit the tropical jungle, and came across our worst nightmare. My pants were so full now I had trouble running. But let me tell you, we escaped somehow by running like a cheetah with the thick plant overgrowth hindering the beast. We felt a little more assured as the sun broke through the morning clouds. The rain had stopped and its remnants were trickling off the dense lush plants and slippery rocks. Where are we, I wondered? This is definitely not Hawaii. Every step we took through the brush was with great caution and greater fear. My friend could not take it anymore and decided to head to the ocean to see if he could be rescued. In my gut, I knew I would never see him again. For me, my story ends a little different. I was rescued by people in strange outfits who took me to a massive ship of whose likes I had never seen before. I came to the realization that I had traveled back to the past, then into the future, all in one lifetime, one Earth. Did I experience a form of incarnation, or what we know now as traveling through a galactic wormhole? Did the rescue ship come back in time, or did I go forward? Did I experience a 4th dimension? People sometimes say, I have a feeling I have been to this place before in another life. I say, maybe you have. If you enjoyed this story of time, please subscribe, like and share now to support each other in growth and watch time. Our paths may never pass in time again.